this is the part of the show that I've invited the right whingers along to. Oh, is that the one? No, that's not the one. Because I want to talk about one of the promises that Donald Trump has made. And he's made a promise that the government will only recognize two genders. And then he said male and female, I think. Should we go? We'll go to the video first of all to check out what he exactly said, and then we'll get to the conversation.
This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
Of course you will. I think by colorblind, he just means like white. Just white. That'll be the color.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
So, just for clarity, this is what we're going to talk about. And this is a conversation that I think is being handled very badly. And this is the conversation that the media is not helping with. And just to remind you, this is the specific 17 seconds we're going to get to.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Now, the thing at the moment is so many people, well, this idea about gender being used and then saying male and female when male and female are the sex. Now, the conversation goes on, and I have to tell you that the media is not helping. So here is a particular New Zealand media who is actually misquoting Trump. Donald Trump to sign orders ending diversity programs proclaim there are only two sexes. It's not what Trump did. Trump said there were two genders, and plainly there's not. And if there are any of you off Twitter who have come to watch me because I've invited you, there's plainly not, and one of your queens is about to explain to you that there's not. Her name is Tomi Lahren. She's about to explain that. But the media is also muddying the waters by misquoting what's been said. See, what Donald Trump said was incorrect. And it's not just Donald Trump. This is something that needs to be sorted out, right? Because I remember when, and forgive me, I forget the name of the MP who was the architect of the people being able to change their sex on birth certificates. And the night that passed through, this politician here in New Zealand stood up and said, finally, people can have on their birth certificates the gender they associate with or identify as. And that's actually not the law that was just passed. So even the MP that put it through fucked up the language because it was the sex marker that they can change. Now, I'm not saying good, bad, or indifferent, but there's a problem with the language. Now, I want to play you a bit from Tomi Lahren. Now, Tomi Lahren was on with, Tomi Lahren is the one on the far end with perfect hair, was on Piers Morgan, and she said something about women. And I find this kind of hilarious, but let me explain how she, with one sentence that people haven't seemed to have picked up on yet, have just smashed this whole thing about there only being two genders, male and female, right? She's smashed it, and she's the right-wing darling who isn't actually supposed to be giving ammunition to us, but she has. I'll play it for you. See if you can pick it up.
Why should biological women, and I don't even like saying that, Piers. I don't like even referring to myself as a biological woman. I'm a woman, okay? I was born that way. I don't like having to preface that with what I am biologically. Yeah. I'm a woman.
Did you pick it up? If you didn't pick it up, here's the part of the sentence again that I listen to this. I do listen to Piers Morgan sometimes because I'm an addict of bad content. And I laughed out loud when I heard it. I'll play it for you again. Just a snippet from what she just said. You listening?
I'm a woman, okay? I was born that way.
I'm a woman, okay? I was born that way.
I'm a woman, okay? I was born that way.
But were you, Tommy? Were you born a woman? See, what Tomi Lahren has just done is inadvertently said to the world, and I'm not even going to play the game of yes, no, right, wrong. What she's just said is there is at least 4 genders, because she wasn't born a woman, she was born a girl. And at some stage, she, pardon the pun, transitioned into a woman. That means born a boy and transitioned into a man. Now, I'm not even having the debate about non-binary. When I say I'm not having the debate, I'm not having the debate minimizing it. I'm saying we don't need to. She was born a girl and grew into a woman. There's 2. I was born a boy and then I grew into a man. There's 2. So we've got 4 already. So what she has done is actually given us fodder for the conversation. Here's the other thing, right? Remember what Trump's just said, there are only 2 genders. That side of the argument forever wants to go to the dictionary. What does it say in the dictionary? What is a woman? In the dictionary, it says adult human female. Okay. So what does the dictionary say about gender? Because if we're going to use the dictionary as our yardstick for truth in this conversation of gender, the dictionary says a group of people in a society who share particular qualities or ways of behaving which that society associates with being male, female, or another identity. So if the answer to what is a woman is the dictionary definition, then surely logic would dictate that the answer to what is gender is the dictionary definition. Because words are important, right? That's all they go to when they're asking, what is a woman? And then we have to talk about and think about words we're using today. I looked for it for an hour and I couldn't find it. There was a clip last week that I saw on one, it might have been Tim Paul, it played through my thing, and talking about, you never use the language of sex and gender incorrectly. You should only use it the real way. Okay, let's think about that. Do you have a pet? I have a pet. She's being a bit snobby with me at the moment. As you can see, she's not with me. I just called her she. Do you know what I say to her when she's been good? I say, Nala, you're a good girl. Hang on. She's not a girl. She's female, but she's not a girl. Have you got a pet? Have you got a little male cat? Do you say, how are you, boy? How's your day been? So what we've done is we've just proven and shown that we can use language in a way that is accurate and yet not the dictionary definition. Someone said to me the other day, do you want to come around this weekend and play poker with the boys? I didn't go like, oh, I'm not that keen to hang out for an evening with a bunch of, underage, prepubescent males. No, they're all in their 30s and 40s. Hang on. We said boy. It's not boys, is it? It's not how we go. Put that on top of this conversation where, and I've said this before, so I won't belabor this point, that at once language evolves, yeah? At one stage, and I've used the word gay as an example because it seems to be a pretty clear one, by 100% of people who use the word gay, it meant happy. And then someone chose that word to mean man who was attracted to other men. And then there was a progression of language. And then at some point, you basically got to where 100% of people who now use the word gay, none of them use it to mean happy. So this word has changed. It has taken a period of time and it now means something else. That's exactly what's happening with gender roles right now. That's exactly what's happening. Now, will it be woman? Will it be man? Will those things change? I don't know. But what we're doing in society today is actually what we've always done with language. And we're trying, and society is trying on different things. And at some stage, that journey will be finished. And we as a society, just like the word gay, will come to an end decision, and that will be that. So I'm sorry, right whingers. I've explained it to you like you're 5 years old. There are not 2 genders. As one of your queens says, there's at least 4. Others would say many more. Male and female are the sex, and then there's intersexed as well. So there's 3 there. That's science. That's also in the dictionary. And I just think that we need to sort out the language around this because it's being used to attack a group of vulnerable people. We've talked about it before. The rate of suicide, the rate of attack amongst the transgender community, higher than everybody else. It's not right. It's not appropriate. It's not fair. It needs to stop. And we need to support them, not just with legislation, not just with, being there for them, marching, as Gary was talking about earlier, for a different reason though, but also like we need to own these things again. This is not another example where the right gets to set the narrative, right? You don't get to say, Mr. Trump, that from now on there's only 2 genders, male and female. You don't get to change that word because male and female are sex, not genders.